We'll just talk. Hi, I'm Esther Lista Master from Florida. It's the paradise everybody calls it. So I invite you to come to Florida. And like Eddie said, this is 25, 6 degrees and nice and warm and sunshine. It's a sunshine state. So why do we do Atomy? So you can have the freedom to live wherever you want. So come on down. Wintertime in Florida, summertime, Canada, Vancouver, and maybe Hawaii in wintertime. Anyhow, so it's nice to meet all of you. I know some of you already knows me, and I know a lot of you already know my story. So when you invited me, what do I share? I had to think about. So what I would like to do is just share my stories. That's the best story, that how I met Atomy and where I'm going with it and what it did for me. Life is full of challenges. From the moment that we came out of our mother's womb, nice, warm, and cozy womb, probably babies probably wanted to stay there. But when time came, they have to come out. And I was a nurse for 20 years. I've seen babies being born. The moment they come out of mother's womb, it's a shock. Cold surgery room, temperature is cold and lights bright. Just imagine what a shock it is from the warm, cozy mother's womb to this starky environment. And you know what doctors do? First thing they do, they hold the baby upside down and hit the bottom. And they want to hear baby cry. And I thought about that. Life, the moment we step into this earth, it is a continuous challenge. And when the babies are born, everybody is so happy. And baby learns to love those who love them. And to babies, nothing is a challenge because it's just instinct. Just how do they do this? Turn over time after time, and then they start walking, holding on to things. They flop down, fall, and hold again to walk again. In the end, they walk on their own and they begin to walk and run. And do they think it's hard? No, it's just natural thing to do. But as they get older, go to school, they learn, and life becomes harder and harder. Why? Because we learn to be fearful of things that we have not done. Something new, that is fear. That just comes into our heart. It shakes us. I think this is what happened to us. As we grow older, we lose that adventuresome ideas. We don't think. We just follow what we are taught. And for, I think most of us, and I came to Canada when I was 15. I was in junior high, rather middle school in Korea. And then I was thrown into a high school, grade 9. That's grade 9 to 13 in Canada, right? Guess what? Do you think I spoke English? None. Here I was thrown into high school with 1,700 kids, all speak English, teachers, no one spoke Korean in school. I was the only Asian, not even Indian, native Indian, no Chinese, no Koreans. I was the only Korean who did not speak English, and I had to survive. There was a challenge. I went home from school and I cried at night, come to school and sat there like a dumb, not understanding a word. On top of that, I had to learn French. Just imagine that. No English, and here I'm learning French. And then I went into next grade and I had to learn another language, they say. So I took German. And yet this was life. It was a survival. There's no going back. There was no way I could go back to Korea, but I had to go forward. Learn every day. And by the time I graduated high school, I was able to speak and write and went to college. That's life. Everyone here, you've worked so hard all your life because we believed in our dreams that someday our life would be better if we work hard, get a good job, and then our retirement would be great, that I can go to Florida for the summertime and winter time and spend 6 months, and I can come back to Canada and spend summertime, have a great life. Isn't that our dream? But for 40 some years I worked hard. That didn't happen that way. I was a nurse for 20 years. Money was good, but stress was horrible. Caught in between the patients and doctors and families and the system. And for me being small, of course, that's extra harder because I couldn't lift all those huge patients, dead weight. So, however, I had an adventuresome spirits. I want to go to England, Europe, and travel all over the world. But guess what? I got married. When I got married, my husband was a chaplain in the army in Korea. Got married, and the children comes, and the responsibility comes. My dreams of traveling, my dreams of freedom, where did they go? It was buried in the everyday living responsibility. I worked very hard, 12, 15 hours a day, for some 50 years, 55 years to be exact. All I did was work, 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 meeting the needs every day of survival. The church, my husband being a pastor, I have to meet the needs of the people at the church and the family, and working at the hospital for 12 hours. It was 24 hours job. And in the meantime, my body was wearing out. And 2009, we had a financial crash in Florida. It was subprime mortgage. People were losing their homes left and right. 8 out of 10 people lost their homes and lost their jobs. It was worse than now at the time. Mind you, we did not have the pandemic, but financial crash, it was just breaking all the rules that we lived with. Jobs gone, houses gone, and on top of that, a lot of people, their health was gone. And it did not escape from me. 2009, I lost home, and I found my health was at stake. And then it caught up with me for 55 years of my life, that I've worked and worked and worked, but nothing was given to myself to maintain, at least. So it just broke down. So I was up in Canada 2011 to have a surgery as doctor found a lump in my left breast. And I did not want to have a surgery, of course. Being a nurse, surgery was not the answer because it will come back. So I wanted to treat it as a natural homeopathic. So my sister being a doctor in Canada, I came up every 6 months to Canada, and then I follow the regime that she gave me. But in the end, I ended up having a surgery. I was up in Canada in June 2011, and the surgery was scheduled in July. And my brother came to visit me, and he was shocked to see me how I was. It wasn't the same that he had seen. I was in a very poor condition. My immune system was rock bottom. My infection level was so high. And of course, my energy level was at 0. And he brought me a box of something. Anyone guessed? Box of Himoim came to me. He told me what this was. Of course, he had explained where it came from and all this. I'm sure he did, but nothing registered at that point. But the only thing I remembered was that this will help me with my immune system, and this is a natural. Then I was willing to try it. I took it for a week before the surgery, and a week after the surgery. Recovery rate was so fast. After taking 2 weeks, I couldn't believe what was happening to me. So I looked it up online. What is Himoim? Himoim. And I found out. Actually, at that time, there weren't that many videos in 2011. And I made few videos, and I met Atomy, where Himoim came from. And also I watched the video called Balanced Life by CEO Hangil Park. I watched and watched, just tears rolled down my face. I've worked so hard all my life, having 2-3 jobs at a time, to have a better life, to give a better life to my kids. And where am I now? No home, no money, no health. Here I was. And watching that video, my life, just I was thinking, what have I been doing? Where have I gone wrong? I watched the video through the night, almost a week, and I wanted to know more about this Atomy and this CEO Park. Who is he? If he does what he says, I wanted to work with him. So I knocked on the door of Center in Toronto. I met someone there, gave me the information. I said, I'm going to go take this down to Florida, and I want to share this Himoim with everyone. It's a gift of life. I was told that to open an office, I didn't know it was a center then, I need to be a sales master. So I asked, what is a sales master? And I was told, sales master is the first step. You have to achieve with 2.5 on each side with wheel and all that. Okay. If that's what I have to do, that's what I have to do. My goal was opening an office in Tampa, Florida. I don't know anything else, but I had to open a center in Florida for me to share this wonderful hemohim. Because everybody that I met, the immigrant, life of immigrants, they need this. Everybody's tired. By the time they work so hard, they think they have a good house, good cars, and their body breaks down. And what did they come here for? Better life. And yet, their life is just gone. So my first goal was opening a center. To do that, I had to become sales master. See, when you have a goal in life, if you desire so much, then you just go and do it. There's no buts about it. So, end of July, I went down to Florida. I promised my sponsor, I will become sales master. And she said, when you become sales master, I'm going to send you a ticket to come up to Canada to meet CEO Park in August 27th. He's coming there to have a success academy. So, what is my time? August 1st to the 15th. I met Atomy, I met him or him in July, and I am going down in Florida end of July, and I'm going to become a new sales master from August 1st to the 15th. I came down Florida. Did I make it? Did I become sales master August 1st to the 15th? Yes, I did. Only because I've set the goal, because I had to do it. That's the only way I can share him with everyone in Florida. Because I was a pastor's wife, I cannot knock on the doors of people who go to other churches. They're going to think that I'm trying to steal their parishioners, the members of their church, to my church. That's going to be a huge misunderstanding. The only way I can share this information is that when they come to me. So my first goal was to share with all the pastors and their wives, because their health was the worst, just like mine. That's what I did. And then they talk to their people. They send them to the center. That's where I had the meetings, giving them the information. That's all there is to it, Atomy. That's it. I took him or him. My life was given again. I had recovered my health. And this was my mission, giving a gift of health to the people that I come in contact with. So that's all there is at me. You use it, you like it, you share it, right? All done. That's all there is about Atomy. It's so easy. But what's so hard? It's the people. Product does the work. Whoever tries products, product just does its work. It's good, absolute products, and the price for the quality, You cannot compare. So when they try it, they go for it. That's how we become all consumers, right? Everybody studied with the products, I think. So that's the very easiest part, I think. So in Florida, that's what I wanted to do. I just share products with everyone. Him first. And then I was a person who never used to using skincare. But in Florida, sun is very strong, direct sun. Just imagine how my face was like. I was sick. I was faced with the sun all the time. I was outside. My face was brown with all spots. And one day my husband says, your face looks good. Usually a person who lives with you every day, they don't notice much. But he did notice. And the people at the church had noticed. They were asking me, what have you done? What are you doing to yourself? My answer? Atomy. Today we had a meeting with several pastors whom we have not seen. And they all retired, of course. And then one of the pastor's wives said, You're going backward. What are you doing? And then she answered herself, oh, of course, Atomy. Atomy. So since I met Atomy, my life has changed completely. I have gained my health, not only my health. I was working 12 hours to make a living. My husband was doing mission work in China, but we weren't being sponsored. His sponsor was me. He goes, I work and make money. When you do anything, church works, the mission work, or when you want to donate something, anything you want to do on this earth, it does take money. Money is a necessity that I did not have before, freely. I had to work for it. It was a trading time and money. I work 12 hours every day. That's where the money comes for the 12, the worth was trading. So if I do not work, money doesn't come in. So my husband goes to China for a month. He needs money for the tickets. He needs money for the living there for a month. He needs for the mission work. He needs this and that, and it's all money. Can I go with him? Of course not. I have to work to make money so he can go. All my life, I've worked. Work was just living. I have not questioned myself until I met Atomy. As I was learning about Atomy, this was a different way of making money. And I said, how does this happen? So what I did was working 12 hours. My dream was freeing myself time-wise. Of course, money has to be there too, but I wanted to be free time-wise. So maybe I can travel. And I began to dream again, knowing that Atomy could give me this dream back. Remember, I wanted to travel to Europe. I wanted to travel everywhere, but having a family tied me down. Survival, making money, all my dreams were buried. Now I began to dream again. So to do that, I still have to work 12 hours to bring in the money for the bread and make the mortgage payment, car payment, all this. But now that I met Atomy, this work that I'm doing 12 hours a day, someday this will disappear and will give me Atomy will give me the freedom of time and money. To do that, nothing comes easy. Nothing is free in this world. There had to be a price to be paid for. So what did I do? What can I do? I worked 7 to 7. I had to leave home 6 o'clock and come home at 8. So when can I work? When can I do Atomy? From 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock is a meeting time with people. I had meetings. And then I had to learn, because I didn't know much about Atomy. What I learned, what I can share. What I don't know, I cannot share. From 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I was watching videos to learn. I've got 3 hours sleep, go to work. Monday to Saturday, this was my schedule for 3 years. Saturday, I finish early 5 o'clock. Then I do long distance sponsoring. I drive 4 hours to go to Miami, have a meeting through the night, and come back without sleep. Why was I so crazy to do that? As I was learning about Atomy system, if I were to just follow this would give me the freedom of time and money, not a trading time for money. I wanted to change my life. And those days, we did not have company meetings in Florida. So we had to fly up to New Jersey for Success Academy. Twice a year. Would fly up to New Jersey, spend about 3-4 days flying up and down and working those days that I have to find somebody to cover me. That's an investment. I'd not miss the meeting. And another dream that I shared with CEO Park was that Atomy is not for money. Atomy is only a tool that will give us the money to do what we want to do, what we dream of doing. What was a dream for CEO, for Atomy? It was a sharing the gospel. He openly said, I will give you this Atomy so you come, you make money. When you come, I want to share the gospel. That was another passion that I had. That I was following him with the Bible conference, sharing the gospel. After 3 years of working 12 hours, doing 3 hours of Atomy and doing 3 hours of sleep, I was able to let go of the 12-hour work job that disappears. Now I'm a full-time at 2015. That's the true beginning of my Atomy. 3-4 years was the learning time for me. I have not done any network business, of course, and I did not have any concept. I made so many mistakes. Those mistakes actually became my resources. In 2015, I was free finally. I was going Korea, China, Japan, Philippines, with my husband with mission, with the CEO Park, with the Bible conference, going all over the United States and Canada. I think I was more into those than Atomy at that time, because I believed Atomy was just everyday living. It was a tool. But what I did not do properly, my mistakes, as I look back, was not focusing on people at a longer period of time for the duplication. Atomy is all about duplication, right? We duplicate the system, we duplicate our partners, so we do the same thing. I did not stay in one place long enough to really work with my partners. And that I felt very sorry for my partners. And also that's where I pay for the duration of this longer period of business. But that's okay. Things happen at its own time. At first, I was very frustrated because of why aren't people so excited about Atomy like I was? But everybody was different. But I was frustrated because I wanted to give them something so good and they do not realize that it's good. And that was my mistakes. Why? Because everybody has their own time. They realize when they see or there is a change of their circumstance, or when they actually begin to realize what Atomy can do for them. But what I realized that not many people like changes. See, if the cocoon stays in cocoon, it's so comfortable, just like a baby's. They want to stay there. To open up and come out as a butterfly, there's a lot of suffering. Babies, if they stay in mother's womb, you know what happens after 10th gestation? After when the time comes when they have to be born, they have to come out. If they don't come out, if they want to stay there, what happens? They die. Babies who do not come out at the time when they're supposed to do, they come out dead. And when I met Atomy, I was at a lowest point of my life. I wanted to have something meaningful. See, when your health is gone, money is gone, money you can recover, you can work again. Last home, you can buy home again. But when your health is gone, I learned you lose the will to live. Those days, when I was really sick, I was asking God, why don't you take me home so I can have a rest? That was my prayer. But instead of taking me, he gave me Atomy. I didn't know then, but now I see that he had given me the tool to change the lives of the people who come in contact with me. But I was frustrated because people weren't changing as quickly as I want them to. I wanted to have them freedom of time. I wanted to help them to be free from financial debt. I wanted to help them, this person for this and that. That was my wish, but they didn't want that. It took me a long time to let go of my will. It's not me who's doing it. This was because I've always, I think there's a personality too, right? Style and personality and the how their background, their past experience, it all comes in. Who you are today is the sum of everything that you had experience and choices or whatever you made. You're here today. That made me. So I was going by my experience. Hey, look, this is a great tool. This could change your life. Not only your health, but it also will give you the money, and also it will give you the freedom of time. Why don't you take it? That's what I couldn't understand. And it made people frustrated. It pushed people away from me. They felt it as a pressure. So it took me a while to let go, let things be, let people be who they are. If I meet somebody like me, then things would change a lot, right? But not everybody's like me. So my prayer was that, like everybody, I think a lot of you know, God, don't let me try to change other people, but change me. That's what it was. It's the growing up to do. It changed me and then accept people as they are. And it's hard. And I think that's what Atomy is all about. It's cherishing the spirit. You've heard many times that CEO Park said, we do not take people and use them, right? We don't take it as a means. We are here to serve them. By serving our life, by lifting a partner, our life will be lifted. And I thought all the time that we were in a pastoring and working in the hospital, and then as a nurse, I thought I was serving. I wasn't. I was doing my work things and in meeting with people in my way, trying to bring them into think like me, do like me. That was the hardest part. Learning to let go and accept them at their pace, at their style, and just as they are, accepting them. And it's still hard for me. But I'm sure that whoever wants to do something with Atomy, they'll pop up. And they do. And I think they're the ones that we hold and actually go ahead. And those who want to go slow, we just let them be. So right now, what I like to do is support those who wants to work as they want, I do not force on them, hey, do it that way. How can I help you? And they tell me, okay, that's what I'll do for you. That's what I try to do. If they come to me, and then I will serve them. And others, I serve them by letting them be. I think that's what I found being in Atomy for many years, that there are some people and some leaders, they had gone very fast, and some people slow. There's all different leaders in their own colors. And what I found is I just have to be me and be at peace at what I'm doing and at my own space. And I think best of all from Atomy, what I found is this Atomy is that there's nothing like this in the world. How can anyone really share their lives without any strings attached? Because we are selfish. We are born selfish. And I thought I wasn't. But when I was doing Atomy, oh, this really shows who I am. And then we learn our partners, where they come from. When we look at the lineage, when we look at how they do business, it just shows how they are. And what I have learned that this is more of we can really outshine as a Christian walk in Atomy. You've heard walk the walk, talk the talk, walk the walk. You know what that means? Another easy way is a monkey see, monkey do, right? People do what they see, not what they were told. Atomy to me is everyday life. And it's easier to work with people or meet with people when we serve people, we are giving them something good. We don't want to be rejected. When we are rejected, when they don't want Atomy, then we get hurt, right? I did too. But I found, just like every leader has been telling us, that it's not us they're rejecting. It's they simply do not know what Atomy is. That's why they do not know. That's why they are rejecting. It's not their time. I think a lot of you had experienced this. It's not their time. That's why they're saying no. So we just let go. Okay. I don't get hurt. It's not me they are rejecting. But it takes time to learn that. I think once we overcome that, I think we can enjoy Atomy. I love Atomy. And my kids, they say, Mom, I don't know why you simply Atomy. But I think that's how I feel. I am very happy with it because we are wanting to do good for others by introducing these great products. But it's not only products, it's what comes with the products, the spirit of love. Yes, I do really want my partners to succeed. At the beginning, I was trying to pull them up. You've heard a story, maybe this is a very Korean story that I'm going to just tell you and then finish it. A rice farmer, had gone to the rice field, and they saw the next door's neighbor rice paddy. The rice had grown quite high, but his rice paddy, his field, this was short. So he saw this neighbor's rice paddy, and then like, why is my rice paddy, so it's not growing as fast as that. So you know what he did? He went to the field, he pulled them up a little bit, up, up those green shoots. It's a same height as the next neighbor's rice paddy. And he went back to his rice paddy. Next day, what happened? They all died. And that's what I tried to do. I tried to pull them up. Come on, let's go, let's go. By doing that, what happened? People drew away. This is too tough. I just wanted to enjoy the products. Let me be. It's hard learning. Okay, you be a consumer, that's fine. You know, 95%, 95, 97% are consumers in Atomy. Not all of them are business builders. Because of the consumers, those consumers, we are in business. So we appreciate every single consumers we have. We serve them. And then those who wants to change their life, that they think Atomy is a tool that can do it for them, then those are the ones that I hold my hand and we'll go all the way to Imperial. That's my goal. And thank you for giving me this time.
구독, 좋아요 눌러주세요.